Comparison doesn't hurt because others are ahead of you. It hurts because it shifts your attention from your own life. Psychologically, attention is limited, and wherever you place it, energy follows. When your attention is constantly on others, your achievements stop registering, your efforts feels invisible, and your progress is invalid. And over time, your brain starts collecting evidences that you are behind. And this is important. Your brain does not know the truth. It only knows patterns. So if you repeatedly compare yourself with others, it builds an identity around lack. And that's why comparison feels exhausting, because you're training your mind against yourself. Now, there is a practical difference between inspiration and comparison. Inspiration asks, what can I learn from this? And comparison asks, why am I not there yet? One leads to growth and other leads to self-attack. While you are comparing, in reality you are creating a chronic dissatisfaction. Psychologist Leon Festinger, who introduced social comparison theory, explained this clearly. Humans naturally compare, but excessive upward comparison, that is constantly looking at people who seem ahead, it increases anxiety, lowers your self worth, and reduces intrinsic motivation. So, the issue isn't comparison existing, the issue is letting it dominate how you judge yourself. And the biggest trigger today is constant exposure without context. Social media, internet culture, productivity contents all show outcomes and not the processes. What your mind actually sees is success without struggle, confidence without doubt, and results without timeline. And then it fills the gap with self blame. And that's when even intelligent and capable people start questioning themselves. That belief is false, but repetition makes it feels real. The real shift is from external noise to internal reference. Now, that shift doesn't happen when you stop seeing others. It happens when you stop seeing others as your reference point. The real shift is not external, it's internal. You stop asking, am I ahead of them? And you start asking, do I trust myself? Because the only meaningful comparison is who you were yesterday and who you are choosing to be today. Comparison with others keeps you stuck because it only makes you believe that you are behind. And the person who believes that they are behind will never move freely. And belief changes everything. When you believe in yourself, your brain starts looking for proof. And when you don't, it starts looking for failure. And that's not some kind of motivation, it's a part of neuroscience. And when you stop comparing, two things happen. First, it reduces your mental noise, and second, self reflection becomes possible. You stop reacting and instead you start observing things. And that's where belief starts forming. And it's a form of self trust. Looking up at others is not a problem. Putting yourself down because of others is a problem. Role models are inspiring, but comparison cages you in. The moment you start comparing your grounds with others, peace leaves the room, because you don't know what they have sacrificed, what they are struggling with, what they are hiding behind the highlights. And now the concept of being unbothered walks in. Now, being unbothered is not emotional detachment, it means that other people's progress doesn't dictate your urgency. Others' failure does not boost your ego, and external validation doesn't decide your direction. You still work, you still care, but you stop outsourcing your self-worth. In simple words, your inner state stops changing because of external movements. Now, with this mindset, progress is quieter. You don't suddenly wake up transformed. Life doesn't suddenly becomes perfect. It's just your failure stops attacking your identity. And with this mindset, your setbacks becomes, maybe I'm just preparing for a longer jump. You stop seeing as if life is against you. Nothing is against you. Everything is just shaping or teaching you. And that's a powerful place to stand. Now, what do you do with all this information? What are the practical ways you stop comparing yourself with others? First is reduce your comparison input. You cannot make your way in constant exposure. So, mute those accounts that trigger your comparison. Stop consuming a day in my life or success at 22 type of content. Only if you are conscious or aware while consuming such contents, then you may continue. This is not avoidance, this is mental hygiene. Build proof before motivation. motivation. Vision boards, affirmations are not going to do anything if you don't give your brain an evidence that you capable of doing a thing. Start doing one controllable act, one thing that you have been avoiding, track it privately. Once you show your brain that I act instead of just thinking, automatically belief follows. Change the type of your questions. Instead of asking are they ahead of me, ask yourself, did I show up today? Did I did the one thing that I have been avoiding? Was I able to control this particular thing? Were my emotions in check? Stop internal hypocrisy. If you hate being compared by others, then stop doing it yourself. Every time you catch yourself comparing yourself with others, pause and just ask, what am I doing with myself? And this single question arises awareness. Stopping comparison doesn't mean your mind suddenly goes quiet. It won't, because comparison is now a habit for you, and habits don't change overnight. So instead of cutting it off directly, change its direction. Instead of comparing it outward, turn it inwards. Ask yourself who you were yesterday, how you reacted now versus then, how you control your emotions, discipline, efforts. And this kind of journaling or tracking habits helps to create evidences. Because when you write down things, your progress becomes visible. Now, the reflection you are doing here is a healthy reflection. What it means that when you say that you are going to stop comparing, you are also stopping putting yourself down and also others. So you're not excusing others by saying, okay, this person is good at this but fails at this. It's not reflection, it is only satisfying your ego. Healthy reflection does not need you to put someone else down just to lift you up. You can acknowledge yourself without attacking your own and others' worth. This kind of healthy reflection helps you create self respect, and when self respect gets created, it dissolves the need to compete. If someone moves ahead of you, wish them well. If someone wins today, appreciate their timing, because their timing does not cancel yours. Just because they look ahead from your perspective doesn't mean they are ahead in their life. And even if they are ahead, it's fine. Life is not a straight line. It's like water. Everyone is at different levels. Stop disrespecting your own journey. If you don't acknowledge your efforts, no one is going to do it for you. If you don't encourage yourself, the world is not going to pause and do it for you. The people you feel are ahead of yours, they moved forward because they weren't busy watching others. So start small, appreciate your small wins, and give your brain proofs that you are capable. And just do something, anything that makes sense. Just do it honestly, consciously, intentionally, just because you want it, just because you know the good you deserve. There is no competition here. Everyone is running their own path at different speeds with different weights.